Uh, Fortnite.
Yo, yo, yo. Hey. Let me fix that one, bud.
Welcome back to Fire Evil Productions. Today, Zach isn't here, and we're taking over the show.
I'm here, scrub. Don't be a scrub. Scrub.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, cool. You ready for the intro?
Yeah, hit it.
Hit him.
That shit.
As you take your first steps back into the world of adventure, memories flood your mind of the incredible feats you and your companions accomplished in the previous arc. The battles you won, the villains you vanquished, and the treasures you uncovered all echo in your thoughts as you prepare for the next leg in your journey. You've saved entire villages from the clutches of the Wolf King, fought your way through treacherous terrain, and uncovered ancient relics of immense power. Your bravery and determination have earned you the respect of your allies and struck fear into the hearts of your enemies. As you bask in the glory of your past accomplishments, you know that the next challenge will be just as great, if not greater. The world still holds many secrets, and new dangers lurk around every corner. So once more, you ready your weapons, steel your nerves, and prepare to embark on a new adventure that will take you to the far reaches of Estrealla, a land shrouded in mystery, with emperors ruling over 4 distinct regions, each with their own secrets waiting to be uncovered. But as you journey forth, remember the battles you have fought and the victories you have won. They will serve as a beacon of hope and a reminder of the courage and determination that drives you forward. Welcome to Arc 2 of the Vampire game.
Good intro, buddy. Good intro.
Thank you.
Solid piece of media right there.
I liked it.
For recap, I was gonna ask if you guys would like to go over what happened through last arc. It's been a while.
The whole arc, huh?
Sure. Just major events that happened.
Okay.
It might key Zen in on some crucial stuff that he might have missed out on.
Well, it all started with a bunch of, mediocre to low-ish ranking members of House Temper, sent on an assignment to solve a murder in one of their houses. And we did so.
A terrible person. I can't stand that.
Who?
The detective.
Yeah, he was bad. And the detective, we find out, isn't very good. We solved the murder, but then in a little twist of our own, don't really bring up, who it was that did it. We don't really come clean about our solution. We instead talk to the guy that arranged the murder and work out a deal with him directly and help him find a patsy, because I think it really set the tone for what kind of game, what kind of people we are. Where, we're not out to exactly solve murders and be heroes. We're looking out for ourselves, and we'll find a way to work within the bounds we're given. So there's a bit of insecurity and distrust with the werewolves and the vampires. We have some werewolf issues around town, like one that kind of shows up and attacks people. A hole in the wall. There seems to be the growing threat of the Wolf King returning, which we helped to put down by killing off all of his kids and a growing wolf army.
Like, any good dad gets put down by taking out all his kids, right?
That's how you do it.
Pretty standard.
Kick him while he's down. Beat up his kids first. Just so you know, Zach, if we ever get in a fight, beat up your kids first.
Taking out the kids first. Got it.
Shortly after the hole in the wall, you guys go on a little side game. Mazik, Aaron, and 2 others who seemingly passed away during the siege of Island.
Oh, that's the story we're going with.
Pour one out for the homies.
Pour one out. Met Beliana and the wise being in the forest. 2 gods of the forest. And they gave them some more information about the Wolf King. And with that information, the party pressed on, well, just Aaron and Mazik, until eventually they met a Knoll. Grinch, quick thing.
I wonder who the wise being is. That's the moose. Not
The moose.
It isn't actually a moose, but yes.
He's not a moose, he's an elk, yes.
He's an elk.
Or a deer, depending on whatever Zach is
I don't
feeling at the
remember
time.
what it is, but I just know that he's not a moose.
You don't know what it is, but you just know what it's not. Got it.
The party ventures into Axel to get more information. And they meet Mazik's father, who runs a gambling casino, a casino called the Carriage. After gaining the trust of Mazik's father and Mad Jack, they come across thousands of sun shards, a mysterious material that the party still doesn't know a lot about, that seems
come from.
to replicate sunlight.
I do want to say I think that intro is my favorite. The
Uncharted intro?
introduction to the carriage. Your carriage pulls up to the
The
carriage,
carriage.
and it parks where all the carriages are. Carriages next to the carriage.
Let me refresh your memory on that one real quick. Let's see, it's right here.
I think we're pretty refreshed. Oh, you got your files back.
The carriage, yeah, I did. The carriage arrives at the carriage, and the carriage man stops the carriage in the carriage parking area where carriages park and wait for other carriages.
You fucker.
Yeah.
Shortly after Axel, they come back to Nyland and get ready to go up north to meet Lane, the 5th son of the Wolf King, and sort of create an alliance. And a deal was struck. You help us fight the Wolf King. You can kind of seek harbor in the Forbidden Forest, or the Dark Forest. And
Missed the pivotal werewolf invasion.
true, that did come right before the tournament of, not the Tournament of Power. That's from Dragon Ball. The Tournament of Houses was after the first trip to Axel, which was a big foreboding event that I had led you guys on to believe was going to happen. It's every house coming together to clash to see who's the strongest, so you could take down the Wolf King. And I lied to you all, and it was actually a hoax.
The
Tournament of
start of the
Houses
wolf invasion, yes.
was going to happen. But during the first bout, the wolves invaded, and thousands of werewolves crashed into an island, tearing it to pieces. And during that battle, few of the party members died. Not all of them.
We definitely felt a little robbed of our opportunity to like make a big statement about how this whole tournament's fucking stupid.
Yes.
We should be worried
And
about the
what's
wolves.
funny is we really thought about it.
Yeah.
I think you did end up telling King Cassius before he passed away, sadly.
Yeah.
That you didn't really enjoy the idea of a tournament.
The
But
vibe was more what the fuck are you doing having a tournament when there's shit?
But yeah, that wasn't like the big thing in public though.
Right.
Right. You guys did not end up getting to.
Different if there was a big public stand right before the werewolves crashed
Mhm.
into the building.
Yeah. Would have been a
Um,
dope scene right there.
After that, after the invasion, House Island is created, and all the houses come together.
This is when Zen showed up.
This is
Yeah.
when Gringe came in.
This is when Grinch came. Well, he was already there.
Right, he
yeah.
was there always, but more of a side character, not really.
He's
Well, hang on,
taking
'cause Grinch
active,
was-
active part, more
Yeah.
active role.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't think he was ever actually mentioned by name before you showed up with his wheel
Yeah.
stuff.
Was Gringe there during the assault?
Um,
That was Ripjaw, right? Yeah, I think he went to go fight Ripjaw with Mazik and Agana.
yeah, he did.
while Aaron and a few of the mages went to go deal with the main wolf army.
Yep.
After that, House Nyland is created because of tragedy, and
some backstabbery from Kaios.
yes, Luella Hadley, one of the members of House Temper, high-ranking members, had her mind erased and rewritten to always be loyal to Kaios Felcastle, who is now a character working in the back seat, still doing stuff in the background. So you might see him again.
He's also in Nyland, but that doesn't matter when we're not going to be in Nyland.
Right. But if you end up traveling back to Nyland, he will definitely be there.
We do have friends in high places in Nyland, yes.
After that, the Battle of the Wolf King comes after meeting Lane and after Aaron united Groundtown.
I want to mention the moment here that I thought was really like a cool scene of how Kaios and little guy's name here,
Corbin.
Kaios and Corbin killed the person who mind wiped Luella.
Yes.
The secret.
No loose ends.
Cold-blooded killed, right, the one that did it to keep that one quiet, and then hid the body to look like it died in the wolf invasion, which is entirely reasonable and no one questioned it. Because, the wolf invasion was a big deal, so.
Her name was Selly, yes. And she was, during that scene, she was initially very...
She was surprised she was betrayed.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
we don't know. She was dead pretty instantly, so.
She was also...
Wow, I heard she had this look on her face of surprise.
Yeah. Of like, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, her last moment was shock. A face of shock, like surprise Pikachu. And
Surprised
she didn't even
get backstabbed.
She's very on the edge of even doing it because of who Luella is and who her sister is, which is the high-ranking healer mage.
Mm-hmm. What Mazik sees sometimes? Question mark.
Sometimes, yeah. You guys meet up every now and again. After the Wolf King, you guys hung out too, and that was a successful little journey you took. But this arc, my friends, is about one specific game, or the start of this arc is mostly focused on one character that you all seem to love and hold dear to your hearts that you met 2 games before the Wolf King. And that is Sithema, and where he comes from. Estrealla.
I thought you meant the borrow.
That guy is pretty funny though.
The
That was
old wolf?
interesting. Yeah, that was interesting too.
I forgot about him.
Hey, we do like that guy,
I thought you didn't like that guy. I thought fucking Aaron wanted to rip his throat out.
That's not it.
That doesn't mean we don't like the guy.
Right. Right. It's sort of like how I call the giant cow, legendary cow, or whatever.
I think he's talking about his buddy Moose. But yeah, you can see how okay, and there's a difference here between like the characters might want to kill him, but the players think he's fun.
I do like having just a guy that you come and you can talk to about whatever's going on. And he will be showing up. Since I know you guys like him. He will not be forgotten.
You ain't never had a friend where you're like, I'll kick you dead in the throat. And then,
Oh yeah, Will.
And then they're like, Zach, you can't kick nobody. That's not possible. Stop.
Zach, you can't lift your leg over your knee. Like, what's going on?
I can't even lift my leg perpendicular. It's not a thing.
But yes. 3 months have passed since the fall of the Wolf King. Mazik and Aaron split up for the time being, and Gringe went back with Kaios. And we have a new fella on the block.
I forgot about that. I just said something earlier. I was like, are we kicking Zen off the table? So we made a new character. Got it, okay.
You just forgot. Come on, we've been talking about it before.
That'd be fucked up. We started the game late for Zen, just to tell him, hey buddy, it's really not working out. Like that would
That would actually be funny.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. So yes, 3 months passed.
Thanks for showing up, but you're fired.
And let's paint a picture. Paint a picture for me, guys. Mazik, you come back from Estrealla after 3 months. And Aaron, you come
Yeah, I
back
think
from
Mason
Forest.
kind of like sneaks in at some point, just sort of like, oh yeah, been here. You don't.
Not making a big deal about it.
Yeah, he just kind of shows up.
And Aaron, with your new, you said you're kind of going through some things now after experiencing what you did in the last 3 months. I assume we're meeting back up because we kind of did give each other.
I want to be clear in the ways that Aaron's guard has shifted. I am now not the bare-chested animal man that you see in front of you. I am much more robed and hooded. And I'm not really hiding from the town as I return back, but I am more guarded about my face and more trying to just slink into the crowd, get done what I need to get done, and get out without getting the fanfare that would be normally necessary.
Yeah, because we are kind of like heroes of an island or whatever, right?
Yeah, the fanfare that would normally be necessary. And I think I would privately talk to Kaios about leaving, not asking his permission, of course. I'm not requesting PTO here. I'm informing you that I'm taking PTO.
I like it. I like it.
You're saying this to whom? Sorry.
No, that's just the general vibe. That wouldn't be
Oh, okay.
how I'd put it, right? I'm just informing him that that's what's happening, so that way he can get other security measures in place. And then I'm also letting him know kindly that if he lets anybody know where I went, he'll be there.
All right.
So
Just like that.
Aaron left, and no need to worry about him. No need to know where he went. He might show back up. He might not. But I specifically do not want any of the fame from Nyland to chase me to Estrealla.
Yeah, you want to dodge the publicity?
I do. As much of it as possible, because some of it, I mean, there might be already been 3 months where I said, hey, I'm trying to dodge the publicity, right? So it's possible that some dude is already on a boat somewhere traveling to Christmas in Columbus, and he's got a letter back from the mainland.
Funny you should mention that. You know, the idea of a boat like kind of traveling out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah. That is a good point, though. I think Maze would have to tell people, yeah, I'm gonna be out of town for a while. I already like trained up my replacement and stuff. You ain't gotta worry. But yeah, we'll be out of town for a bit. And don't bother looking for me. I'll be back when I'm back.
All right. Cool. How was the reunion between you and Aaron after 3 months?
I think it'd be pretty good, right? Like we're homies. We're good.
Oh yeah, that's not like I think it would be completely asinine for me to walk up and go, "Fuck you, man!" Like,
Man, you op.
no, I think you go back to House Timber, or do you?
I assumed you guys went to the castle that was made for 6, but now there's 2.
Yeah. Right, we got our own spot now in Nyland. But
And just to
No,
drive home the point, when you guys come to this castle.
Yeah.
It honestly feels kind of lonely in here, and like a jail or prison. Like there's more out there than just this, and
Mhm.
maybe it's time to actually go. And in your minds, it furthers the point that
And,
there's more to look for.
and to drive home the point even further. Um, I don't go in. I knock.
Well, you guys have house elves. Basic ain't open that door for you. Uh, unless he does.
I
But
think you were asking about the fit too.
yeah, what do you
You know, like
guys?
what's Mazik rocking these days, right? Because he's always been very representative about his outfit choices, and House Temper doesn't really fit anymore because House Temper doesn't really exist per se, right?
Not properly speaking.
Yeah, and either way, Mazik took over, what was House Pain, the blood business, and I think that's what he'd rock now because technically speaking, he is still out of it.
Okay.
Like I've trained up people to, manage the day to day, but legitimately, Mazik is the guy in charge of, how Nyland gets blood.
Got it.
Yeah, right. And even if I'm, like kind of like more or less semi-retired and I've handed off the day-to-day stuff, I've still got my hand on the title here. So that's what he'd rock. That's the look.
Okay. Instead of a house elf, I'll have Sebastian open the door for Aaron.
Man.
And
My hood is up, and as soon as he answers the door, bring me Mazik.
he sort of shambles a little bit, like we about to get robbed. Sure, I'll go find Mazik. And he's holding a large bow staff, and he'll like kind of use it to walk like a walking stick, and walk to the main hall area and yell out for Mazik. Mazik, Mazik, someone's here for you, and I think we're getting robbed, but I'm not sure.
Rob, that would be some fucking balls. Come out and say, oh!
True. That would be. That would take some nuts.
Especially like solo, right? Like I got people now.
Right.
I got a whole house.
I got elves I can slingshot at you, fuck.
Yeah, I'll come see
A
you.
billion house elves versus one Aaron. Who wins?
Well, once
That's
eventually the house elves.
that's funnier if you know the A Billion Lions versus all the Pokemon video.
I don't. I bet.
If you haven't
That's
seen
their-
that, you need to see that.
Okay, keep that in mind.
It's significantly funny. But I assume Mason shows up.
Yeah, I'll show up. Oh, you're back.
I'm going to lower my voice to normal Aaron tones under the hood and go, don't worry, it's me. Walk with me. That place is far too big for far too few.
I'll reach up, pat him on the back. Let's go. How have you
So,
been?
Let me tell you, I've been good. Trouble, but good. The reason that I am wearing the hood, I don't intend to go by Aaron anymore. I don't want the baggage that name carries. I have another plan, other goals. You can call me the Watcher. What if I told you, Mazik,
The Watcher.
that I found out why I am immortal? I have a purpose. I know what we're here for. Those of us who. There exists a need for protection, not just in the way of tavern security or carriage ride with a few extra hands to make sure it doesn't get robbed in the street. But in the way that we guard the passage of time, direction of all mortals. There are forces, Mazik, that want to see the destruction of all mortals. And we're no hero. You and I both know the power that could be wielded in the background. Under shadow of suspicion that it's somebody else. The most powerful power there could possibly be. And there's nobody to wield it over. We let that jackass have his way. Do away with the whole. He's old, but he's not stupid.
Hmm.
It's been a long 3 months. I met the old one. Been to the homeland of the moon. Estrealla.
Traveled far.
Just showed me that there are people who are things, beings, watching over all of us right now. You thought the background moving island were interesting? By the God, the background moving universe are far.
Background movings of an island. We were the background movings of an island.
Right. My suggestion is the background and beyond. I intended to go to Estrealla and find like-minded influence and integrate a lead whereby we drop our own day-to-day doing. We go by moniker, the Watcher, rather than saying, try not to get involved. Try not to gain fame. Make sure things go smoothly. Have our hand on the pulse of what is happening. So if they mispronounce my name as Walker, that's fine. Watcher, Walker. I'll be whatever they want. Lord knows I never called the Blue Splash properly. Anyway, how was your 3 months? Boring here in town, no less.
I wouldn't know. Wasn't here.
Oh,
Took a trip.
took a trip.
Speaking of, you want to go to Estrealla? I should be able to arrange transportation.
I see. You and your late friend took a little honeymoon before you get down, or what?
Not quite.
Well, yeah, I think it's time that we.
I do like your idea though.
Oh,
I've been anxious, so to speak. Looking for something to do. You know, I'd set so much of my life to goals of, you know, an island, right? To being a big fish in the pond of an island, and now I have, and now what, right? What do you do when you achieve your goals? So,
the goal.
and this is interesting because I like your idea of being the hand that guides long term, big picture. And It persuades me to get off the fence.
Oh. See. No,
Granted, I'm not one to be impulsive and to jump before thinking, but
3 months
you know
ago-
too that I've been on the fence for a long time.
3 months ago, I might have tried to talk to you on the other side of it.
I know.
It's a rough thing to deal with. You are more intimately aware than I ever was of all the things that this involved. And I certainly it would be my pleasure to make one of us. I could use your help. Things get dicey. Also, for what it's worth, the moose, a moose, has been guiding my people for a long time. I don't know why that moose. I didn't ask a bunch of questions. But needless to say, me and the moose still like that.
I see. It makes me wonder if my people have a moose. The living side of my people, I mean.
I think they do. But I'd imagine that it's
Could you find out?
not a moose. No, I was concerned there for the last month or so because Moose Man lost me to the grips of the old one. So I had to go deal with him. You know, he promised me everything I could ever want. All I had to do was stomp out mortal and reign like God.
Counterproductive for your cause, though, isn't it?
Wasn't a cause that I thought would.
No, I mean, if the wolf eats the last sheep, what next? What will the wolf eat tomorrow?
Well, and in my case, if there's nothing that's greater, what is it possible? Interesting question that I don't want to find. That old bastard. Short-sighted. Go ahead.
As you talk about him, Aaron, your curse starts to burn a little and glow brighter.
Yeah, you motherfucker. I know.
About your offer, I don't know if I could be one of your type.
Not your style.
Well, remember, I live on the edge. I already do feed, and I have my own way of doing so. To change it would be strange.
I see. Fair enough. All right.
If I wish to take vampirism, it wouldn't be hard.
You already have transportation already?
I should do.
I
Hey, Jimmy, was it reasonable to buy a boat?
Unfortunately, boats are out of stock, so your father had to chip in again. Mostly because we have a new player, and I need a convenient way to get him here. So,
You can that boat too. You never know.
He could get it. He could be on a boat. He could be one of the crew.
fair
Just because I
enough.
bought a boat doesn't mean I stacked it myself. Because I thought about getting a boat, buying a boat.
You'll get a boat.
I'll get a
Keep-
boat.
You'll keep it in your backyard for like 6 months, and then forget about it.
No.
So you two head to Axel,
Gotta go fishing.
with a familiar face, the carriageman. And as you guys drive through that familiar road that takes you through
We gotta stop in at the bar.
Axel, and speaking of the bar, you do make it to the side road wolf stop, but there is a clothed.
Side Wolf Road stop.
I think that's what it's called.
I like that we just switch it up anyway.
Okay. There is a clothes sign on the front of it. Uh-oh, my roll 20 went funky. There we go. Side stop Wolf Road. All closed.
Stop side road.
Well, I'm gonna like check the window and see if it's like cleaned out or just like closed like right now or closed like for good. Like I mean, is all the stuff still inside? You know, like
the only things that are in there are chairs and tables. Everything else seems to be gone, including all
the alcohol, the decorations, the
alcohol, decorations, pictures.
shame.
Well,
He did tell you he was moving.
Yeah, I guess we'll see where he moved to.
he didn't come
Or
back.
remote. I don't know how he kept this place open.
He was a fixer.
Fix the drinks for the 5 people instead of 8 here.
He bought and
Alright,
sold.
go on.
He bought and sold information like it was penny stocks on Wall Street.
All right, let's keep rolling then.
Fair enough.
Do we want
Axel?
to take a little like out of character, moment or two and talk about how we want to introduce Zen's new character out?
Oh, I've already got it. I talked to him in his
Okay.
player chat.
Cool. Just making sure we got that covered. It's not like a surprise.
We did give them a decent amount of time to work that out.
Oh
Hmm.
yes, we worked it out ages ago. Don't worry.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago, right?
I have an article.
So you had. I mean, do you want to visit your father before you leave Mazik, or should we just head straight to the port?
Yeah, I'll stop in. Tell him we're going to Estrealla. And that, perhaps we'll have news about his curse.
All right. You head to the carriage. Walk right in like you own the place because it looks like you do.
Yeah.
And
It does. Yep.
you head to the.
That's just funny every time I hear it. Could you imagine if that happened any other time? Like if Donald Trump's kids were like able to look
Trump
like
clones.
him,
Right.
and they showed up on the like president's speech stuff.
Mhm.
Some days I feel like he might have said that's a crazy kid, but
Maybe.
but who knows? You just walk in.
Yeah,
there, it looks like you.
I'll walk in and grab like the nearest staff and say, "Excuse me, where's my father?"
He should be in his office. Wait, your father, Lauren? Wait, no, you're Mazik. Your father should be in his office.
Thank you. Pat the guy on the shoulder. I'll head to the elevator.
Amazing. You look like dad talking about dad. What the fuck?
He's in his office. He seems to be not doing anything important. And as you walk in, he'll stand up. Say, hey, Mazik, it's been a while. I think you just got back from a trip. Am I wrong?
Something like that. And I'm off again.
Again?
We should put a revolving door in the office.
That's a weird segue. Why should I do that?
Always in and out.
Probably right about
But
that.
yes. We are on our way to Estrealla.
Okay. Again. Didn't get enough.
Didn't finish the business.
Well,
We should have news of your curse at some point.
I have news about it too.
Oh?
It seems one of the curse bearers actually met the old one.
Yes.
We all got to hear that conversation.
All of you did bear the curse.
Yes.
Interesting.
Or-
You've been eavesdropped on, buddy.
I had no
It's
idea.
not that we wanted to.
Oh, but by the way, in case it's not clear, basic, Aaron would have no real substantial reason to go in because
Yeah.
I didn't know this conversation was happening. And that's your business. And I'm trying to keep a low profile anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But wow, I kind of wish I had now. Fuck.
And I'll tell you about it.
This is careful, Estrealla. There's a lot of weird creatures out there, and you know,
Like the
the
fish.
the fish are cool. They're not as weird as some of the animals that try to seduce you. And as in the Renfield name, we like to get attention from ladies. So be careful of any wild bulls that look like women initially. They like to hide inside the ground and come out and charge at you and eat you. Carnivorous bulls, I
What sort
never
of
thought.
weird siren is that? Holy crap!
Carnivorous bull that looks like a woman. Yeah, that is a curious one.
Crap.
I'll keep that in mind.
Referred to women as cows. Good grief.
Bro.
So, yeah, your mom was almost a bull.
I'm gonna have to walk that one off. It's gonna take me a bit. But yeah. Any other news?
Not much, but there's a boat on the way for you. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I knew you were going to Estrealla.
Always one step ahead.
Not that I don't want to give you privacy, son. I'm just gonna make sure you're not spilling company secrets.
Me? Spill secrets?
I know you would never.
Secrets go in, not out. Have you heard from Mom?
Yes,
I really should visit sometime.
feeling better. Hold on, what? Oh, it's just my mom. My bad. Anyway, yes, she's feeling better. And it seems the tribe is too. I think she plans to visit Axel soon.
I hope so.
Hopefully you don't miss her.
If she needs transportation, I'm sure something can be arranged.
Well, I'm sure she'd ask if she needs it.
All right.
Got me a little nervous talking about my mom or my wife, ex-wife. I don't know how that ended. Anyway,
It's none of my business.
it's up in the air.
Yeah. I would assume the vampires don't necessarily like form, especially like vampires of the succubi type. You know what I mean? They don't really like necessarily form long-term relationships.
They don't sit down. They don't settle down.
Yeah. And you just deal.
And I don't think Mazur's mom cares.
Yeah,
Or is really
usually
hurt
is.
by it. All right. So you guys head to the port.
I'll tell the Watcher here after when I come back that you're meeting with the old one. You have an audience.
Oh,
All those with the curse.
that bastard. Never leave one alone. Well, I
I
hope
don't know if
they-
it's something they intended to do or just something that happens. It could just be that's how it is. Music shrugs. But it might just be the bastard.
I'm glad they heard it. That's not but also let me know. I can't very well give in, but I'm afraid there might be others that might. Because I'm not naive enough to think that he's offering it just to me.
Right. Well, you got to think that if he'd offer to others, maybe you'd see that conversation.
I'll find. I'll talk to you. Find a way.
Anyway, let's catch our boat.
Heading to the port, you see a large ship inbound, and it stops. And on the front of the ship, the little pointy thing that comes off of it, I forget what that thing's called.
Hang on,
Prow?
the front of the boat, the prow.
Yeah,
You're talking about like the a symbol or something on the front.
You're talking to the right people who know that boat terminology.
thank God.
That's true. I be hit Hydra all the time in World of Warship. Which fucking way am I turning? Feels like left.
Port.
You hear the ding, 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 the boat. And on the front little pointy thing, I just forgot what you guys called it. You see a kobold sitting there. Well, standing there, anxiously waiting to land in the continent of Nightside, Dayside, Middle. And as the ship arrives, he hops right off onto the port without even walking off like the safe way. He just jumps off,
Jumps off the boat.
lands in front of you two. And that kobold's name is
Moranis.
Uranus.
Like Rick Moranis?
Moranis with a V.
Oh man, you made a big mistake here, buddy.
I did? Why is that?
Yeah. Well, you're in a game with Zach, and your character's name has anus in it.
Uh-huh. I don't, maybe he wouldn't have noticed until you said something.
Oh,
Variable anus. Got it.
Yeah, probably.
Hold on. I gotta know more about
no, we gotta walk past that one. We gotta keep walking. That's not a place to stop. That's not a place to stop.
He stopped. He said
We're on the stream. We gotta keep walking.
Yeah,
Anyway, so he
you're
jumps
right.
down in front of us. Yeah, may as well stop too. Look at him. Do you need something?
Yes, I recognize you. You guys are famous.
Yes.
You guys
see
fought
what-
the Wolf King and defeated him.
You see what I mean, Mazik? I'm trying to drop this.
Yes.
Yes.
I know. And as we are departing and our status will be less important, I was planning to change my outfit once I got on the boat. But
I
here
was
we
on my
are.
way to help fight this great Wolf King, and by the time I got there, you guys have already defeated him. I heard it was an amazing battle.
Wait.
It was
You
a battle,
were-
yes. Why were you on
On-
your way to fight the
on-
Wolf King?
On your way? How did you know?
Word travels. I'm someone who seeks adventure at all the time and great feats. This sounds like someone that would be a battle for the times, tale told over and over.
Word travels. That's like Twitter speed, son. What?
Hey, hang on. Magic communication exists. Like,
I read newspapers.
I guess the mailbox exists.
yeah, the mailbox exists, man. Newspapers can literally beat like light speed. Okay.
Exactly right. You guys definitely when you went to go, we went and killed those cultists and stuff. We were like, who knows where in the world, right? And then we came back immediately. Come on.
Yeah, no, like how we can kill one of the sons of the Wolf King and that dude finds out instantly.
Yeah.
The best part about mail delivery, in this world, is the post office would just be a room with a singular mailbox, and you just shove the mailman into the mailbox with the other mail that he needs to carry and drop off everywhere else. And he just simultaneously. Wow, this mailbox network, it's getting deep.
You think too deep? Yeah, don't get too deep into it.
There's more lore about this mailbox than there is about Dayside.
Hey, you have to have a good communications.
The mailbox is
Right,
cool,
right.
okay? We like cool shit, and we know about the mailbox.
It was one of the coolest like unexpected surprises. It was like
Yeah.
you're gonna put magic. Okay,
So, all right,
but then we
you
immediately
just
tried to break it.
anyway, yeah. Yes, you've discovered our dreadful secret that we're really famous adventurers. Feet of the. What do you want?
Oh well, was taking the boat back home, and apparently this is your boat.
Back home, you're from Estrealla?
Yes, yes. This is where I was born.
And I assume you know your way around quite well.
Well, I've been here and there out. I like to wander around, so I've been to quite a few places. Ah, well,
We
would you like a
might
tour?
we might have use of a local guide
This
in
is,
Estrealla.
This would be great. What do you wish to look for?
hold on, this is your boat.
Well, not quite.
Ah,
Not quite in that it's not all the paperwork isn't officially done yet that it's my boat. And I do still owe my father a substantial amount for the investment, but
well,
one day.
it's your dad's boats, but this also means it's like your boat too.
You, what on earth did you do, Christian?
Let's see. I established a few laws in Ireland.
Oh,
I got the yes.
okay.
What?
I just casually I established a few laws.
Basically just drugs, like
You're someone of importance. You guys are heroes of the city, and also you've saved the city, and you guys like run the city too, right?
keep that quiet.
Fairness. Keep it down.
Yeah.
I appreciate the kudos, but we're not leaving because we want to take a parade with us to Estrealla.
Ah, you wish to go incognito. I understand, and then
Some
do
degree,
more
yes.
feats.
Anyway, yes, I set up things to more or less run without me back home, and took a little trip up to Estrealla just to scat it out before our big trip later.
And this guy survived your first trip?
I didn't see him last time.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. We've done more Celeste.
But yes, it is an interesting place. And yeah, I intend to invest in a boat. Also, I did I brought something from home over to Australia. You'll see when we get there. It should be a pleasant surprise.
It's
You got a little gift for Sothema?
Hmm?
You got a little gift for Sothema?
Well, I was talking to
It's
Here,
to
watch
Aaron
the
here.
mailbox.
Yeah. Not quite. You'll see.
So,
Although I should bring a gift for Sothema.
so Varnish,
I get some
what
crabs.
is it that you? So Varnish, what is it that you do?
Well, I travel much. I wish to. My life goals is to have done great feats in my time. So when my time comes and I'm old, I have many stories to tell of my feats that will live on past me, of the tales and the people I've met, events that we've gone through.
Yeah, feats of a centipede. But if I were to ask you to handle yourself in a fight, how do you do that?
Ah, well, as you can see, I'm very small, so I'm not really into like going toe to toe with a sword or much. But my small stature lets me get around places unseen and things like that. So it's have been easier for me to hunt prey and like go off in places with a bow. So
So you're religious.
nah, I am not religious. Well, I do follow Korok in that we go hunting and you know
You hunt
go
and
for big
pray.
game,
I got it.
and I use a
Living that,
bow.
living that eat, pray, love style.
All right. How about this?
have you written a
We'll give you
description
a.
for Ernest?
Yeah. Do you you have a
Oh, tell us about him.
You actually want a description? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, tell a little of what he looks like. Yeah, sure.
It's helpful.
I hadn't thought of a description yet, but
Okay, give us what you got.
you guys put me on the spot
You
here.
have
So okay,
If you-
I'm about 4'2". I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's like kobold height. He's
Yeah.
112 pounds, so he's not like light, but he's not like heavy or fat. or anything
He's a
like
little
that.
guy though.
He's still a little guy, and so I'm slight in stature. Preference-wise, I don't really have a lot of presence, so I'm not someone thing that would be like would stick out normally, right?
Mhm.
I don't like give off any
Yeah.
really deep impressions on anyone. But I am very, very sneaky. Like if I didn't want you guys to see me, you wouldn't see me since I have pretty well into stealth. But other than that, I'd say he's probably like a brownish, copperish color. I'd say.
We need a token for him too.
Color-wise. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how you guys make tokens, so I'll have to find a picture or something like that.
Send me a picture. I'll make a token.
As
Whenever,
if I had a picture just on me.
I'll help you look for some.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. How about this? We'll give you a trial run as our local tour guide in Estrealla.
Ah, most excellent. I can take you wherever you'd like to go. I've also heard some other things. I'm very good at listening in on stuff. I hear that you might be off to slay a dragon.
Mazik looks at the Watcher like, I'm not saying anything, but I give him the look like, kill this guy.
Who the fuck you
By the way, I am streetwise.
We might need to kill this guy look.
No. Don't worry about that. I've heard of you meeting Sothema. He's someone whose name comes up very often too. And you have. I heard he came to fight the Wolf King for you.
Good night. I just.
Kobolds are broken. What the hell?
That's the dopest.
He's read the whole like history.
I look at you guys like you guys should read more newspapers. You're in the
To be
newspaper.
honest, though, we need a lore guy. Let's be real.
I
Yeah.
hope you. Do you have lore?
Sure.
Uh,
I do now.
I saw him put 2 in. I saw him take 2 out of perception and put it in the lore. He's taking some out of craft. Okay. Okay. Well, since it is his first game, we can. If you actually want to take lore, I don't mind.
I don't know what Lord does for me in honesty.
It
Sounds good though.
it allows you to ask questions like that in a for real situation and respond with, "I read the newspaper." So
You like my response, not that
you
much.
roll lore, and it will give you information about cities or places.
Oh yeah, that'd be useful because he's a traveler. So yeah, I would actually like that to be in his background then actually.
So there you go. All right. So how many people are on this boat?
There is a crew. This boat is ran by. I actually named them.
Oh, them up. What?
No, not Sothema. No, it's Sothema. This crew is ran by the Pocket Sand Sailors.
Hold on. Hit me again.
The Pocket Sand Sailors.
You mean like from King of the Hill? Pocket sand.
They throw pocket sand in a lot of media, but sure. And some things you might have heard about Captain Sand. That's his name. He's a veteran vampire sailor, having assisted in mapping the entire world. He's always willing to tell. He's always willing to tell the tales of his journeys and sit. And he actually greets you guys. He says, "Are you the cargo we're taking to Estrealla?"
I should have been looking for that guy. That guy sounds way more fun.
Yes.
Aaron changes his voice and says, "Yes."
Well, come aboard. Bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together, we are gonna find everything that you're looking for.
Yes, I would like that. Finding everything.
You got a way to
and
kill a dragon?
everywhere, huh?
Listen, Dragon Tales, I'm traveling light.
That was actually a reference to a One Piece song. Nonetheless, yes, come aboard and introduce yourselves to me. I hate traveling with strangers. And he's drinking while operating a boat, which is
Oh, yeah.
probably
That's normal.
Jimmy,
yes.
you asked if I was bringing a present for Sothema, and I didn't think about it right now, but we did talk about it before.
Yeah,
It has 4 wheels and goes broom.
has 4 wheels and goes room.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And, speaking of that, we can, if you actually want to go through with that.
Yeah.
Captain Sand will look at Mazik and say, "Oh, you must be Lauren's kid." Yeah, he already loaded the cargo under
Excellent.
the ship. And yeah,
I'm not gonna ask how they're gonna get it out. We'll figure that one out later.
I got a cool way to do that.
Mailbox.
You guys will hop on the boat and
Yeah.
So how long is the trip to Estrealla?
2 days.
Not that long, really.
Oh, also, I'm bringing the mirror in case that.
A mirror.
So you can. Are you
Or
getting
was,
like?
or was it
main?
not an actual mirror that Homeboy gave? Is it a theoretical?
It was a real mirror, but it was 100
Do
feet
you
tall.
physically believe the mirror?
But
What's your
yes,
strength check?
you can manifest that mirror.
Oh, I can
Here.
just manifest what I'm gonna bring. Got it.
You're talking about your
100-foot mirror.
your solo game, right?
Correct.
It's not going to be 100 feet. You don't manifest the whole mirror.
You should. Coward.
Just imagine, like, hold on. For my combat turn, I'm going to summon this fucking mirror and drop it on them.
Charge of blast. Go.
Everywhere.
I choose you.
Better than fireball.
You start your ship.
Shards of glass.
You'll start your journey.
100-foot mirror versus a billion lions. Who wins?
I think the Lions win that one, Chief. I'm not- Anyway.
Yeah. Let's get on board.
We'll start our journey.
I don't need to introduce myself. He already knows who I am.
Yes, he
Oh.
does.
Hold on, real quick. As many 100-foot mirrors as there are Pokemon versus 100 versus a billion lions. I don't know.
1,000
And that-
Pokemon versus 1,000 100-foot mirrors.
I don't know, man.
Lion
Like
ladder.
that's 1,000,000 feet of mirror.
A lion ladder.
Is this boat made out of lions?
What's this mirror thing you keep talking about? What is this?
We don't know. None of us.
You
know.
two, yeah, you two don't know. That was a solo game thing that he keeps bringing up. But
It was a solo game thing. I will tell you out of character. It is meant so that I can, if I remember correctly, get a visual representation of my current desires in my brain and make sure that they're in check with what I'm trying to do, and more effectively meditate, keep my mental game strong.
Oh, so you have Harry Potter's mirror from like the first.
Basically.
book.
yeah, it's basically I forget what that mirror's called. Yeah, but
Never said. Yeah.
although this one's a little cooler, it shows when you first peer into it, it shows your entire life. From like an outside perspective. Like something is watching a movie of you. You're watching a movie of your life. Which is pretty cool. But as you're sailing, you guys get about maybe 3 hours, 4 hours into the sea. Hopefully none of y'all are seasick because the waters are pretty rough right now. And Captain Sand says, you, the big brooding one that's kind of edgy. What's your name? What's your deal?
The name's Watcher.
I look at
Oh,
you funny
Sure.
and raise my eyebrows like, "What? He's not Watcher. What?"
I saw it in the newspaper.
Watcher, huh? What are you watching?
All of you, all the time.
A little creepy. But you must know who I am then.
Yeah. You're Captain Sand.
That's a pretty good guess. He laughs and says, have you heard of the tale of how I slew the great and mighty Cedra?
No, I haven't. But we've got 2 days. You might as well tell me.
So they're the. This is when we were the Pocket Sand Buccaneers, and before Lauren had changed our minds on being the whole pirate thing. And our whole thing was we would always carry pockets of sand, which was very, very, very.
You talked about a piracy?
Yeah. He put us on payroll, basically.
Your dad went soft somewhere down the line. I'm not sure where, but
Mazik shakes his head. Like, yeah.
with the Cedra.
Yes, the Cedra. So there we are. I think we're about 3/4 done mapping the entire world. We just got done sailing around Estrealla. And boom, the water goes black, dark, and an ichor starts to spew from the top of the waves. And in an instant, we are almost swallowed whole by 3 massive heads, maybe about 20 feet wide each. They come out of the water, and one actually is wearing an eye patch. And the one on the right speaks to us. Ah, Captain Pocket Sand, you're a bitch. And I say, I'm not going to take that, right? I'm a captain. I have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, the Cedra called you a bitch?
The Cedra called me a bitch. And you know what I did?
He said it, though. He said bitch.
Yes. He spoke common.
He said, oh, Captain Pocket.
You a bitch.
You're a bitch.
And you know, I can't take that as a captain. I had the crew looking at me like so shocked and in awe, like, so you know what I did? You know what I did, fellas? And he's looking around at you.
What
I whispered,
What'd you do?
What did you do?
Exaggerating his story with his hands, and he says,
Tell us what it said in the newspaper he did.
I don't think he was alive when this was happening. This was thousands of years ago.
How old is this guy?
He's old. He's really old.
Holy shit.
And
We should ask him about the old one. Went to high school with the guy. What are you talking about?
went to fucking primary with them.
That went to high school. God.
And so
he
I
was
loaded.
back there with Jesus in Rome, yo.
Fucking Moses horse. Fantastic.
The Pocket Sand crucified Jesus.
Oh no.
So what I did is I loaded up a cannonball with all the pocket sand on the ship. And you know what I did? I shot it at the left head. And he's like, "Oh, I can't see. Oh, you're still a bitch." And I was furious. So I leapt up in the air and I manifested a giant great bow. And I pulled back a large star arrow tipped with pocket sand. And I let it fly. And it hit
He did like a fucking magical girl Sailor Moon transformation. Pulled out a giant bow out of nowhere.
Yes, and he's actually like standing up and doing like pulling out this like an imaginary bow and like letting the arrow fly, and it JFK'd away all 3 heads.
His mouth's wide open. His eyes are twinkling like this is so.
He's in
amazing.
awe.
Amazing to listen to this. Like, this is totally normal shit. Like, I do that all the time.
And he
I
says,
don't see what the big deal is.
the arrow went through one head, zipped around the entire world, and came back and struck the other 2 in a zigzag formation. And he fell into the ocean. And he'll
So
lift
amazing.
he'll lift up a large like tooth, like it's in his shirt, and he'll like take it out. The large tooth on a chain, and this is the souvenir I got from the thing. It's a giant fucking tooth.
Big tooth, huh?
Yeah, but I lost all my crew. While I was focused on being called a bitch, my old crew ended up dying to the other 2 heads. But I got a new crew.
You should have led with that.
It makes the story not as cool.
Failure usually doesn't.
Well,
You may have
a
killed
crew
the
for a
Cedra,
tooth
but
is what they
was.
always say.
I hope we don't run any more Cedars on this trip.
I'm not sure the math adds up on that. Also, is Estrealla 3/4 of the world?
No, but we had done most of the other world by then. Estrealla was one of the last things we did because it was going to take the longest.
Australia is like the
Australia
biggest
is
continent.
a
Right?
large place.
It is the biggest continent. You know, he was gonna look. At this point, it's getting a little late, and the Watcher has his ring on, so he's not burning alive right now. You guys are out of twilight and are in dayside, but you can't tell because there's stars out. And he's ending his story about the Cedra, he'll look up at the sky and point out the brightest thing in there that he can see. And he says, "Someday, one of my great grandchildren is up there. And he's going to point out to a specific planet. He's going to map that entire world."
Oh.
I just know it. I saw a fortune teller one time. He said it was going to happen. So, the best of 5.
So surely he can't be wrong.
Surely.
Captain Sand, not sure.
Nah, it's Captain Sand. Don't get me wrong. But you 3 look like a few who's got a story to tell. I heard about this weird wolf this little one couldn't stop talking about on the way here. And I was enamored by this thought of a giant threat. You must be proud of yourselves.
Magic shrugs. Just another day, really.
Was simply what needs to be done.
Are we actually bringing up the old one, Tim?
I'm not.
I don't know how we would. Reasonably, I don't have an end. I don't just walk around going, "Yo, dog, I heard you like curses." I don't.
Fair enough. I was just curious. It was a good idea. He is old.
I do like the idea, and if I had an end, I might do it.
All right, so if he's looking for a story, right?
Yeah.
If he's looking for a story, I'll tell him one about this time we went up north, and we ran across some cultists. We thought for a bit that they might be cool, and we might like join up with them or whatever. But it turns out that they were kind of fucking crazy, and we needed to get rid of them. And so here we are, like sneaking along through the bitter cold, with a small wolf army at our backs, and the lead cultist is in the middle of giving a speech, like to his boys, and the look on his face when I teleport swapped him from the podium giving a speech to surrounded by all my dudes, right? Like, you know, a bunch of armed soldiers, priceless. Just it was a great moment.
At the end of your story, he hits you with a zit, and Joel will laugh, and he slaps his knee and spills a little bit of his drink onto the thing, onto the deck. Says, "That is hilarious. I wish I would have been there. Man, I used to be an adventurer like you." And then your father started paying me.
Still not
You
as
know-
good as the time we found out mushroom people sell themselves. Not in a prostitution. Put in a as food away.
There's mushroom people, and they eat each other.
Well, no, they feed themselves to us in restaurants.
They have entire restaurants.
They are more collectible.
I
I had to have some.
As you bring up
They are delicious.
the mushroom people, Mazik did promise Sethema one more thing.
Yeah, that was the prize I was saying for the watcher here.
Never mind. We'll wait. I don't in for it, but we're good.
Mm-hmm.
And before we head to break, because I have to pee, let's end with this. You reach halfway to Estrealla, and the sailing is fine. But maybe 30 minutes after you reach the halfway point on the map, the waves seem to get rougher, like a lot rougher. And the sky, the clouds seem to begin circling around the ship.
I'm gonna climb up and take a look.
All right. You see the weather acting kind of strange. Stranger than usual, like you didn't see this on the way here before. Captain says,
Mazik just casually like spider climbing up the mast of walking sideways up the mast.
When you flex on something.
Yeah.
Anyway, Captain stands up and says, "Hold on with the stories, there, boys. Looks like the storm's gonna hit pretty hard." And as he says that, the ship is struck by a giant lightning strike, like a massive lightning strike, and you are all incapacitated. The crew, the party, and you guys start coming in and out of consciousness. You all sort of fall off the ship or through it. The ship seems to be breaking itself. And you guys are slowly submerged into the water.
Damn it.
And I will leave it there because I have to pee. We can go to break real quick.
You cock.
Revenge.
Wait, Grinch coming to kill us? What? Hold on.
He's like, I want to be. I want to play again. What'd you do? Why are you doing that for? We live?
Indeed, we are. Yeah.
Okay. When you guys fully wake up, you guys seem to be in an underwater jail cell.
Oh man.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem because I don't fucking breathe that shit.
An underwater.
For a moment, you guys are freaked out, but you realize you can breathe. And eventually, you guys are approached by a mermaid dressed in a prison guard attire, and you're questioned. She'll knock on the little cell bars, say, "Wake up, wake up." You guys are imprisoned for very important reasons. What were you doing above the water? Why are you here?
We were sailing.
Those are two different questions.
As you guys try to talk to her, she realizes that you can't talk. You guys are inhaling water every time you try to speak.
Oh,
So the guard,
And shit.
so the guard casts a bubble spell and puts air bubbles around your heads so you guys can speak, and it gives you guys oxygen.
Oh, what did they give us again?
So she casts a spell. It's a
Okay.
bubble spell.
Air bubbles.
Puts an air bubble around your head so you can talk.
it looked like sandy cheeks.
A little bit.
You asked a question.
Just your weapons.
You asked a question. How did we end up here? And what were you doing above there in the water? Those are two separate questions. Seems to me we ended up here because we thought we were traveling. And we were traveling. Peacefully minding our own business.
Well, that's funny, because Fishbach didn't release any lightning, so you aren't here on accident or on purpose. Well, you're here on accident. You're not here on purpose. Are you guys threats to us?
We don't even know who you are. Nor do we have any interest in underwater adventures at this point.
Well,
Who are you people?
you don't know who we are?
Yes, you look very interesting.
You're so timid.
What people-
You keep doing this. Yeah, do you have a feeling that Sathema's gonna pop out anywhere?
He might.
He does actually though. He came out of nowhere to punch some dude's arm or whatever it was.
Yeah, he just shows up, man.
Sorry, not fishable visible.
Talk about
Uh,
wild.
So she says, "Huh? Well, you guys don't really look like threats. Well, you there, the grayish green one with the nice outfit, or casual outfit rather. No, you looked like a threat with your weapons. Topsiders used to hunt us back in the old days, but I don't think you're here to commercially fish my species.
Wait, what did they actually look like?
She is a mermaid, wearing like an officer's uniform that somehow floated into the water. And this doesn't really look official. You guys look to be locked in an abandoned ship, like what's it called? The brig.
Shipwrecked ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, big ship.
And she seems kind of naive and young, and might just kind of be playing around and says, "Well, I'm gonna let you guys go, but you have to promise." Oh, I didn't answer what she looked like. She is a traditional mermaid. She's got like the little fins, like the little fish part at the bottom half, and the fucking human half on the top.
Half fish, half human. She a mermaid.
Says, "I'm gonna let you go, but you have to promise to go talk to Fishbach whenever you get out of here."
To who?
The mayor of Sea City.
I look at the other two like,
Does he
yes,
play,
of course.
play music?
He's known to hit the piano from time to time.
How long have you been overseeing the prison? What's your name, miss?
About 3 days now that you guys have been here.
We've been here for 3 days.
Yeah. Sleep.
Huh.
but my name is Erlin.
Well, nice to meet you, Erlen.
I'm gonna let you guys out now. Don't get any funny. And now we'll return your items too, so don't get any funny ideas now.
Oh, thank you.
Of course not.
Had plenty of funny ideas.
I'm well known for having no sense of humor.
She's gonna like open her coat, pull out
Heyo.
the keys, and unlock each cell. And on her back is a bag, and bag of holding. She takes the bag out, opens the bag, gives you all your respective items. Actually, she mixes it up. So Mazik ends up with a bow, Aaron ends up with a spear, and Baroness ends up with nothing.
My knuckles.
Oh yeah, ends up with the knuckles. So, be on your way. You better. I'm gonna call Fishbach if in the next 30 minutes, and if you're not there, you're screwed. Find you.
Pardon me, but what happened to our ship?
Well, there have been random changes in the weather recently, and we've been kind of looking for a solution to it. If you don't mind, I think we were looking for outsider knowledge, and that's kind of why I'm asking you to go see Fishbach. Realistically, we have no clue.
I don't know what happened.
We have your ship, and actually we've been repairing it the last 3 days, and this weird mechanism that was inside of it. But other than that, everything seems to be fine. We actually have a very famous shipwright.
Fish, right? He makes fish.
He's their
All
god.
those ships.
Been down here for 3 days.
Yes.
3 days.
We'll rise back like a thief.
Your captain and crew are actually in the city. They woke up a few hours ago.
So you released the captain and crew, but not us.
Well, you guys were still asleep. I don't want them dragging you around Sea City with asleep people. There's a lot of fish in the sea that might think a little sleeping thing dead and eat you. It was for your own good.
Yeah. Next time you capture me, don't let me sleep. Just wake me up.
We did try. We got the sea horn to try and wake you up, but that didn't work. And then we got the orchestra of
Sea smelling.
No, we didn't try that one, but we got the very famous Sea City Orchestra Symphony down here to try and wake you guys up. That didn't work either.
The Sea City Orchestra.
Like
And
C-section.
Whoa, we don't do C-sections around here. Natural birth only. Thank you very much. Very offensive thing to bring up, actually. Anyway,
where would we find this fish?
Bach. At CD Hall.
This
You
man
fucker.
just- Oh, God.
Are you proud of yourself? Are you fucking proud of yourself?
But I am.
Are you? Are you? You fucking. All right.
It took me 4 weeks to figure out how we're starting this arc, and that's what we got. Okay.
Yeehaw.
And yeah, she'll open your cells, and oh yeah, we already did that. We returned your items. Yeah, you walk out of here, you'll make your way into Sea City.
I am sure we can find CD Hall.
Be careful. Mafia likes to run around these parts. So.
The what?
Yeah, the mafia.
Yeah, the mafia. She just says casually.
You guys have organized crime?
Yeah, it's actually
stealing,
it's actually a problem.
stealing new business opportunities.
Mazik will remember that.
Yeah, I will.
Well, be off. And I hope to see you guys again soon because you guys are the first people to actually take me seriously as a police officer.
Wait, you're a police officer?
I'm whatever I want to be.
Oh.
Well, the first step to being taken seriously as a police officer is to take yourself seriously as a police officer.
Should be enforcing the law around here, huh?
Just say.
Screw and Panther are gonna lament their birth, and she swims out very fast. Kind of leaving you guys collect yourselves alone. Finally,
I don't want to leave her my phone number just in case. You know, the equivalent of a phone number.
she swims back
Mailbox?
and grabs your mailbox number. Your mailbox code. Swims away.
No, it's not. I can leave it. I can leave it.
Okay, she'll come back.
Yeah, I know she'll be back here at some point.
Sure. And you guys exit the shipwreck ship, and you come out to Sea City.
Wow, is this like a really fancy city like that actually?
Yes, there's a few images of Sea City you guys see. So this is what you guys immediately see upon leaving the ship. It's very weirdly another place you've never heard or seen of in the news. Kept to
Yeah, that's-
themselves. For
The world is much crazier than like expected.
millions of years, these people have lived alone in Sea City and kind of thrived as mermaids. They used to be hunted for sport long ago. So now they've
They all
sort of
look
kept...
like mermaids.
There's actual fish that live here and have jobs. So like if you go to a hotel and you don't speak fishese, you kind of have to like get a translator. But
Do they like they're just fish? They have fins and everything.
yeah, but they'll have like mustaches and stuff. They'll speak fishese. So like, but like you need to be careful. Like if you impersonate a fish, and you say like blub blub, that's like fuck you asshole in their language. So you gotta be careful.
What about glub glub?
Bro, you just said the N word to them. Like that's their N word, so be careful. Like you gotta be really careful with these fish.
You gotta say glubba glubba.
Dude, glub glub is our word, but you can say glubba, like for real. Nonetheless, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a goal to look for Fishbach at CD Hall. See this?
We're gonna have to walk through town a bit first. We're not going straight to CD Hall. Like,
All right, we're not going to
we're
City
gonna-
Hall.
we're gonna- well, no, we are going, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not rushing there with no regard for what's around us. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, like, if we see anything interesting on the way to CD Hall, we're gonna like, you know.
Well, speaking of
And,
something
yeah, once we're outside of the prison, the jail or whatever, we are gonna like, switch weapons. Here's your bow. I assume this is yours.
Ah, yes.
Right.
It's nothing that special to me. I had my rings and I had my tattoo. That's very important to me, though.
Mm-hmm.
for you legged creatures, you guys don't have to swim up to places. It kind of works like moon gravity. You can kind of just hop around. You can swim. It's not a thing you can't do, but you don't have to swim everywhere. And I've been told by two of you that I should try this tactic. You, Mr. Mazik, wanted to find something interesting. What is something interesting that you see or that catches Mazik's eye?
All right. Well, I know that they must eat food here, so I'm kind of curious. I need to think about what kind of food, like, you know, what would they eat here? Like a fish, undersea community.
They pray to
Undersea
God,
city?
and then all of a sudden food comes down from the sky and lands on the top of the ocean.
Is it like a
There are a few things like that, Baroness. But there are also restaurants. Sea City consists of multiple ecosystems in multiple different areas. The carnivorous life hangs out in the carnivore area, and they are fed, you know, the scraps. Not the scraps, but the dead
Chum.
things or
the chum bucket?
right the chum. And there is a center, which is where CD Hall is, that eating or killing is exclusively extremely illegal.
Mm.
But there is a sort of restaurant, tavern, inn area that catches your eye, Mazik. Called the Fish Fillet.
The fish fillet.
Is it hard to see, or is it all lit up, actually?
This place is actually very lit up, and especially, you know, I think Mazak and Aaron have, or not Aaron, the Watcher, excuse me, have dark sight. But for you, Varanus, no. This place is.
I have dark sight too.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't matter. But yes, this place is very illuminated. All sorts of creatures and things provide light for a fee. City. And, everything seems to work in a loop. Everything helps someone else do their thing. And, yeah. Welcome to Sea City.
The city. Man, we're in. I gotta look at the other two guys here and be like, you've been traveling for a while. Have you been here before?
I've never seen such an amazing city underwater. This is quite amazing. This is great. I followed you guys for not even a day, and I get to see these amazing sights now.
Looking variable.
Variables.
Variables.
It doesn't bother him at all. In the fact that you acknowledge him, he's ecstatic.
I want to remind you, we're trying to keep a low profile.
But we look so different from all of them, and they never talk. They're underneath the water. How more low can you get? We have to be thousands of feet underneath the water.
No, I mean the thing with the name earlier.
Yes. But they don't know you. They don't get the newspaper.
Probably because they don't make a waterproof version yet. Although, that is an excellent idea.
Wait, just cast air bubble on it and send it in the mailbox.
They get the seaweed paper.
Paper.
The seaweed. Fucking dino. I feel like you save all your punny energy for Fridays every week. You just show up to chat and you're like, hey bro, I've been chilling, kicking ass on Valorant and or getting my ass kicked. And then on Fridays you're like, CD haul, the seaweed paper. What the fuck?
Yeah, but Mazik will nod at the whole idea here that you haven't been here either and say, well, we do tend to find ourselves in interesting places.
Ah, that is excellent. You guys get into epic battles and go to all these amazing places. This is what my life has always wanted to be.
Well, I guess maybe you should stick with us for a while.
Ron's eyes just like wide open and they're so sparkling and happy.
We'll see to it.
No.
Really speechless.
And nonetheless, the sort of term vibe of the area you're getting from the people around you that see you.
Yeah.
Because you obviously don't look like them.
Are we the only motherfuckers around here with legs?
Yes. Besides your crew, who are probably with the shipwright.
I thought the implication there was the kobold might have had like a peg leg. Alright, for what said you leg creatures, implying that at least one of us wasn't leg.
Well, maybe I'm walking with my tail, right? We're like on the moon. There you go.
Sure, that could work. They don't seem to like care. Some are curious. Like there's like a bunch of smaller like children, like schools of kidfish that come up to you and are like, glub glub, glub glub, like looking at you and like swimming around you a little bit. But they get yelled at by a bigger fish that goes, and they swim away.
I feel that we would benefit from a native speaker in our company.
And yes, there's some cool things you can see. They transport around by bigger fish. So schools of smaller fish will get in the mouths of like whale sharks, and the whale sharks will take them to their destination.
That's pretty cool. Fish transport. Take the fish bus.
Yeah, they do take the fish bus.
All right. This is It looks really pretty, gotta say. And yeah, I guess we'll keep walking. I do want to take a look around for any sign of the the mafia they were talking about.
Yes, I'm streetwise. Can I know some of these guys are like thugs and stuff like that? Like are
Sure, give me a roll.
I
Do
know
you have
that.
streetwise music?
I do not actually. It turns out I have subterfuge instead. I'm a liar, not streetwise. Which kind of checks out in a way, right?
I'm a
Music is.
Yeah.
We get XP
Yeah.
we get XP for our 3 months.
Traditionally, we haven't really done XP for solo games.
The trade-off for not getting XP for the 3-month time skip was you all got a solo game.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't get sub out of it, so.
Let me. What do we roll for? What did you say again? Streetwise? What
Uh,
else? Do we roll streetwise?
What is that? Is it wits and streetwise? I'm pretty sure.
Would that
It
be
can be whatever you want.
skills?
Yeah. You make the call.
Yeah, you can cheat, whatever.
No. I mean,
Oh,
you,
me,
GM,
me.
gets to decide.
Yeah, wits and streetwise.
Oh, it is wits and streetwise. I don't know how to roll without having a token actually.
Oh,
Fuck, you did send me a picture.
all your
I-
stuff was. Hang on, okay. You give him his old token back and let him use.
Yeah, you'll be Grinch for a bit until we
Well,
figure
you
out.
can just have access to it, and
I mean, I haven't created one. I guess I could create one and put it on the bottom. I just haven't ever had one for a.
Yeah.
I was like,
right,
I've always had one. I didn't realize I need to make one.
right.
I have 3 wits and I have. Oh, that's 5 dice actually. Not bad.
Above average wit. I gotta find a new picture for the watch.
Oof, that was terrible. Do I get rerolls? If I have rerolls?
Uh,
I don't
Do
think
you?
it's supposed to work for this. I have Prairie Hunter. It's for a weapon.
You probably don't have
I'm
free
lying.
rolls.
I'm joking.
You got a roll,
Joking.
a success.
you got one
Yeah.
success.
You might find something. I think probably what's really fucking us here is language barrier.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell if two people are talking about illegal shit when all you hear is glub glub.
Yeah,
I mean, there are
Like, you know,
mermaids
they
around
talk
that
about
speak common.
taxes.
Um,
I'm gonna approach one of them. Say, excuse me. I'm gonna find a cute one at least.
you find a few cute high school
Oh, jeez.
mermaids.
Gotta make it weird. Excuse me. We are new in town, travelers, and we
Yo, what's
would
up?
appreciate the services of a translator for a short while. I'm sure we can find some way to compensate you for your time.
For sure. Yeah, I can do that.
The extra base mermaid.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm just gonna roll with it because I found one that works.
You did find a mermaid that will translate the glub glub language, and you've recruited this mermaid, and with your streetwise roll, Varanus.
Ask the translator about the the underwater mafia.
Well, before that, you do see, as I said before, a lot of the mermaids speak common, but you do see, by looking around, Varanus, like a few groups of mermaids speaking in the fish language, like an eyeing you for a second. But other than that, you don't see anything too out of the ordinary.
Are they eyeing us in like their curious way, a hateful way, or what kind of way?
More so curious.
Alright, that's okay.
We the only people on the street carrying weapons, like openly.
Yes, but they don't really mind.
Ah, yes, we were looking for, the city hall.
E.T. Hall.
Where would we find the city hall?
Probably that one, and it's big. I just point to a big building in the general area.
Please
It's
be a
big.
small building. Is it that little rundown building over there?
City Hall. Yeah, I can take. Oh wait, no, that's not our voice. Oh yeah, City Hall. I can take you there.
Oh
Follow.
yeah.
Follow me. Why is music so wide?
That's a good question. That's you, buddy. I can't do that. That's got to be you.
Oops. Hold on. We re-add music.
Bruh. Yeah, here stretching my man's out.
There we go. You just follow me, guys. You get to see all. Large and magnificent place in the center of Sea City.
Is it large? Okay, got him.
Are we actually looking for someone named Fish Fillet?
No,
that's an
fish
inn.
pock.
Place.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Fuck.
Fishing Park. Okay.
Yeah.
We actually.
Amadeus Sebastian Fishbuck.
God damn it. Why did I name him Fishbach? Anyway.
You tell me, buddy.
Yeah.
That
You
sounds
walk
like a
into
you
the
thing.
she says, well, I have to get back to class, but Fishbach speaks common, so you'll be fine.
Thank you.
And, you'll head off. And you'll walk into the city hall. There's a few people going in and out. It's a little busy. The receptionist is a sunfish wearing a bow on her head. Just an actual sunfish.
Sunfish?
Yeah.
Like an ocean sunfish?
Yeah, like an ocean, like an actual, like the real life fish, the sunfish.
Holy shit. You know how big those fucking things are?
Yeah, they're massive.
They're huge.
A little bow on her head, and she says, "Glub glub."
Aaron hears the word, but he's a vegan.
Sorry, we only speak common. Fishbuck?
She'll say, "Glub," and then like point her fin to the right, which is a giant office that says Fishbach on it.
Excellent. Thank you.
So
I'll shrug and lead the way, I guess.
you'll walk in. She'll
I knock.
continue-
Is it closed? If it's closed, I'll knock.
Yeah, the door is closed. Yeah, so you'll
Yeah.
knock. You hear from the other side, "Come in. I'll be just a second."
Let ourselves in, I guess. What's the office like?
The office is actually it's like a medium-sized office with, the traditional things there. A desk, a computer that's underwater, but it doesn't work. It's literally just a broken thing. But you guys don't know what a computer
doesn't actually work.
Yeah, and you guys don't even know what a
Right,
computer
right,
is, so it
right.
just looks like a box with a window on it.
Window box machine, yes.
There's a couple bookshelves, just pictures of a small little tuna.
School of fish. Fish box family.
Yeah, and
Tell us
you're
about
looking around.
Fishbuck. What's Fishbuck like?
Let's see. Fishbach is a tuna. He is just a tuna with a
Okay.
comically large monocle and a bushy white mustache. He has bright blue scales that match the coloring of the sea, and he greets you welcomingly and apologizes for any accidents. He says, I'm sorry that the lightning struck you. And he explains that the Great White Mafia is the reason for the attack on your ship.
The Great White Mafia.
Yes, the Great White Mafia. It's been a struggle, and I was wondering if you could help me out. He is a tuna.
Perhaps.
He's a tuna fish with a monocle. So I have some information on the capos. Anyway,
On the what?
on the capos. 2 capos of the mafia.
Okay.
Whoa, let's get proper greetings of the way. I am Sir Fishbach, Tuna the 7th. Family's been around for generations. Who are you? Are you land dwellers, or are you strange, unidentified fish?
We are from the surface. Travelers. We were merely crossing the sea on a boat when we ended up here.
Ah, a shame.
What
assume
sort
you've
of
heard-
problem are you having, and does fixing it pay?
Adventurers, pay comes first. Yes, I will pay you greatly. Well, I don't know how much you're usually paid, but I'll pay you. The 2 capos that have come into my to the carnivorous region. They I don't know their names. Well, maybe I do. Screw and Panther, I think. They run kelp dealing in the mantis shrimp fighting ring, respectively.
Hang on. I look at my boy the Watcher here. They got a fighting ring.
Where I go.
Tell me more of these mantis shrimp. They sound interesting. How do they fight?
Well, mantis shrimp have the fastest punch in all of the land. But these mantis shrimp have been abused and genetically modified in horrible and atrocious ways. It is a horror to even talk about.
Genetically, what is that?
Dude,
don't
I feel like
understand.
you really missed your shot here in making a new character, bud.
He didn't tell me I was having an underwater adventure,
You
right?
could have made you could have made a mantis shrimp fighter. It was so cool.
I don't think that was an option at the time.
Ah, I'm missing out. How dope would it be if you were like a mantis shrimp fucking fighter? You know, fucking
That would have been amazing. I would have
1,000-mile-an-hour punch. Boom.
And then all of a sudden, I would just like shot these things out of my chest, just instantly shattering something's face.
Yo, do you know about mantis shrimp? Like in real life, they are actually the
Yeah.
world's fastest puncher.
Yeah.
Well, they don't actually punch, right? Those things aren't actually their
Kinda
arms.
punch.
They come from like the inside of their body.
No, they're their arms. They're the arms.
Uh,
It's a joint of the arms. That
I
doesn't.
mean,
It's the claw.
Tendril.
Claw.
Body does.
I mean, our arms are inside our body. If we think about it.
I guess. Oh, they also see
Yeah.
like some crazy color too. Is all I know.
So we think, but you know, hard to tell when we can't really.
I mean, when we rip apart their R's and try and look through them, I guess that's what we see, right? Actually, I have no idea. It's one of those spectrum type things.
Their eyes.
How can we tell how any animal really sees? Let's be honest here.
Mhm.
We have some pretty good guesses though.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes, yes. The kelp dealing is also an issue. So many kelp users
Kelp?
on the streets. Yes.
Is kelp what's the issue with kelp?
It's like the land dwellers' marijuana.
You're on.
It's-
I look at them. What is that?
Uh,
Any
I don't know.
any herbalists?
See, we come from like vampire land where, you know, I don't know if they do any of that shit. So.
Probably not. Probably more of a dayside thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't even know if it grows nightside. So.
Definitely not. Nightside
Right.
is mostly
Probably,
mushrooms
yeah.
and shit like that.
I don't know if they really have that here. So yeah, we'll shrug it. I'm like,
Oh well, it's a substance that tickles your brain.
I see.
It makes you lazy, basically.
Sounds worthless.
Exactly, and it's ruining the chain of Sea City. You see, we work in a chain. I help the next person, that person helps that person, and so on. Until we reach back to me, in which I help that person, and they help that person, and then so on. And it comes back to me.
That seems amazing.
Right. And then now we have the kelp problem, which ruins the chain. So now I help this person, but that person doesn't do anything to help the next person because he's eating kelp. Horrible, horrible thing. Nonetheless, you should be able to find these
I want
capitals.
to take a look around this guy's office while he's talking, see if it's like, you know, has it got cool stuff in here? Is it like fan?
Seeing inside of
He's a pet urchin in a little cage.
Hmm.
Very, very,
Okay.
very, very, very deadly.
Interesting.
One poke will kill you.
Right. Huh.
He also has a pet rockfish.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous. Don't step on it.
Don't step on it.
So, like, those are like landmines to these guys. So whenever they go to war, they'll lay out. They had to have a Geneva Convention about rockfish.
Right.
But mostly pictures and worn down, shoddy wood because they're underwater.
Mhm.
Most of their materials and stuff, like man-made, come from shipwrecks. Which he says the Great White causes to make money and sell. The lightning
Oh,
strike causes the lightning strike. Yeah. But yeah, you'll be able to find Screw and Panther in the carnivore section, which is just a few blocks to the north. And if my theory is correct, they should be having a mantis shrimp fight going on. So you should be able to sneak in very easily.
I suppose we'll go take a look.
I'll pay you. I'll pay you. Headed
Is there
there.
anything that you guys will be interested in trading with Topside?
Well, we make all of our things ourselves, so I don't think so, no. But I'd have to think about it.
Please do.
A little telephone like cartoonishly jumps up and down.
There's an animal in there.
Yeah, he like puts his ear to it, like picks it up with his mouth and puts his ear to it. Glub glub, glub 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 glub, glub glub. He slams it back down. Says, "Sorry, that was the missus."
Didn't go well, I take it.
No, no. She says I need to spend more time with her, but no, work's piling up.
You should make time for your woman.
It's hard being a fish dating a mermaid.
I'm not gonna ask.
Nonetheless, I'll see you soon. I've got a very busy work schedule.
I'll just my two compatriots to. Let's go.
All right, I follow you guys.
Like the apprentice, following the masters. And sure enough, you'll make it to the carnivore section. And as soon as you get there, you hear yelling from these two people. My shrimp's better than your shrimp. Look at the size of them. You hear yelling from another one. Oh yeah? Well, my shrimp has speed, and speed is better than brute force. And they start arguing and bickering, and these giant shrimps throw massive like claw punches at them.
Now, when
at
you
each
say
other.
giant shrimp, we need like a bit of
Like
we
size
need a little bit of
15.
scale. Holy shit.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, because like a giant shrimp could be like the size of a Pomeranian. I'd be like, that's a pretty big fucking shrimp, right?
Yeah, these are size 15.
So you see, I'm a little like size 15 shrimp. That's like
Yeah,
the size of an elephant, isn't it? That's like elephant sized.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking big. And these two, you see a hammerhead shark who's not a mermaid. He's just a hammerhead shark with arms.
An actual a shark with arms, arm shark. Got it.
Yeah. Arms and legs.
Uh huh.
And then you see a tiger shark that is literally a tiger with fins.
Okay.
The head of a tiger and
We have a
arms.
tiger with wings. We have a tiger with fins. Got it.
So yeah, a hammerhead shark that's actually a shark. Like, does not have like carpenter's hammers on his head too? Just to
No, he does not have carpenter's hammers.
Okay. You understand my confusion.
And you see down here this tiger shark.
Yeah.
It's literally a tiger with big ol' arms, but has the body of a shark.
Oh, sorry. That fucked me up. That fucked me up there for a bit. All right. So we walk on these two, and they're fighting. Are they just like in the middle of the street or what?
No, this is a kind of out of the way. It's like
Okay.
country for the Sea City.
All right. So it's like a bit of a slightly rural section of CC, I guess.
Right.
Like
This is like open waters. Not
a
many fish.
quieter place of Sea City.
These two are fighting, and the smaller one gets winded and like falls on his back and starts floating to the top.
Smaller mantis shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly, passes away. The bigger one
Ooh.
swims
Rip.
off into the deep sea.
Don't like put him in a cage or anything.
Nope.
Huh.
He goes home by himself. He's trained. And you see
wow.
the tiger shark swim up to the hammerhead and says, I knew I would win. Speed is nothing. And the hammerhead says, oh, well, actually, speed is actually a lot when it comes to battle. So do not underestimate my next shrimp I'll bring. How are you approaching these two?
Let's walk from a distance for a bit first.
So there,
Let's let them keep talking, right?
There was no one else there, or is this like a
Yeah,
populated?
is there not like an audience?
Nope, it's just them. Seems to be some sort of like a practice for the real fight.
Right.
Uh,
There's no
the
like real arena. Are they? This is like arena setup, or because we're just in an area, or what?
this is open area. This is like open sea. Like if you dove into a random part of the ocean, here you are. It's out of its way from Sea City. And Panther is the tiger shark, and he says, "Screw, you've got some nuts loose in your head." The hammerhead Screw says, "Panther, the tiger shark." Oh yeah, well at least I'm actually a shark. They start bickering at each other back and forth, yelling. And the first thought that comes to your mind is that these two are capos to a very organized crime. These two run these things. They don't look very threatening.
Yeah, they really don't, huh? All right. I'll approach, kind of like openly, right?
All right. Amazing's coming
And I'll gesture for you two to like just hang back. Right, let me stay close, but not like walk up with me, right? I'll say, you really should get a spot in an audience. Charge admission. You're doing it all wrong.
They'll both turn to you and like, oh, hey, what's up? Well, we do actually have a spot and an audience. This is more of a practice. Trying to figure out whose shrimp is actually going to win. We're trying to rig the thing, make some money. Panther says this to you.
May's like shakes his head like the fucking amateur hour shit of saying in public that you're trying to rig the fight, right? And he'll try to like push past it, like, listen, we hear from the mayor you guys are causing problems. He's willing to pay me to get rid of you, and I'll split it with you half and half. We just fuck off.
No can do. Big boss would not like that. Nope, not one bit. Panther says.
What is it you're up to here?
Well, we're seeing which shrimp is stronger, and obviously mine was. How long have you been watching? What do you know? You're from the land. We can teach you how to be a true Sea City citizen.
I'm sure. But I feel like I might be able to teach you a thing or two about knowing when it's time to go. I am asking nicely, but I don't really have to, right?
And I would love to split this money with you. I could use a couple more shells in my pocket, but I'm telling you, Big Boss is not gonna like it. Hey, well, what if you ask Big Boss? And then Panther looks over at Screw and says, "Think Big Boss would be okay with it, like having a visitor?" And Screw says, "I don't see why Big Boss would have a problem with it." They look back at you.
The Watcher looks at Varanus and says, "Listen, Varsicle, we're gonna have to support this. It turns into a fight,
He's AFK.
I feel like, you're headed this way anyway, so I went ahead and figured I'd help you out.
Pretty sure Big Boss wouldn't have a problem with it.
Variations,
wanna see big-
varisize, variolate, varnishes. Maybe we should see the big boss. Why not? Let's go.
Just you or your friends want to come?
Yes, the three of us, I believe.
All right, cool. Because I thought you was gonna jump us for a second.
Oh, me? No, I'd never.
Yeah. I hope not. I don't like being jumped. It never goes well for me. All right, screw.
I figured he'd be great at getting jumped. Like he's got like eyes on the sides of his head, right?
That was Panther.
Okay.
Pause. Varus is an actual
Varus? Varus. There was a memo, Varus. There was a memo.
an abnormal position of a bone in the leg.
A deformity involving
Exactly. He's got weird fucking legs.
oblique displacement or a part of limb towards the midline.
Okay.
The double A thing, Varus.
So I guess we're gonna go see the small fish in the big pond or whatever it's called.
Of course we are. Sorry about that.
All right, we can go see Big Boss. But be careful. Big Boss is kind of a grumpy guy. Just don't piss him off. Will be seafood.
Would you?
Well, not just me. Screw here, and probably
So-
everyone. We'll get everyone out here. I'll watch her.
You realize that however this turns out has been guided long before. It's not really any point in fighting.
Man,
I'll,
screw. You're not the
I'll
only one.
have you considered branching out for yourselves? Why work for a big boss?
No, Big
Feel
Boss
like
makes sure
enterprising.
Big Boss keeps us fed, keeps us paid, protects our families. We like Big Boss. He's like a father. He says, follow me, Screw, and I will lead you to Big Boss. And sure enough, went for about 15 minutes. You get into a cave with a large great white shark named Big Boss.
Big boss.
And,
The great white.
He is 13 feet tall, very
Oh, shit.
muscular,
He is a big boss, huh?
and
With a hook?
he does have a large hook, like an anchor that he stole. It's kind of like resting on his back. And he says, yeah, there's also a chain attached to it, so you can throw it and pull you in. But no, he says, screw. Fuck is the other guy's name? Screw, Panther. You brought
Panther.
guests. What is the meaning of this? He'll like lean in. The Panther will say, "Oh well, they wanted us to." Oh, shut up, Panther! He throws him. He says, "You with the hat." Anything else interesting? Yeah, actually, there's a lot of stuff from topside down here. There's a lot of
Okay.
boat, like a bunch of.
Are any of us wearing hats?
Yeah, Mazik wears a hat.
There's a bunch of.
Mazik often wears a hat.
Even underwater. Okay, got it.
I mean,
He got a
Why do
bubble
they
around
know?
his head.
I got a bubble, yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna lose my hat just because it's like watery.
There are a bunch of boat parts and anchors and stuff. Nothing really valuable to you particularly, but it seems like he
Right, right.
enjoys them. He says,
Okay.
"You look familiar."
Do I?
Yeah. In fact,
I don't believe we've met.
what's your name? Like Ben Land, Ben Plains, Lynn Sky,
Sorry.
Ben Mountain.
Uh,
No. You look like a Renfield.
Do I?
Lauren?
That gets an eyebrow. Huh. Sorry. It's just a similarity.
I was hoping you'd be an old friend. Well, nonetheless. Sorry for the confusion. But what is it you wanted my boys to do for you?
Well, we were bringing your attention to the fact that your boys are causing a bit of heat downtown.
Are they now? What are they doing?
Well, whatever it is, it's causing some upset with the mayor. He's looking to take action.
The mayor. He's the real villain out here.
Of course. But still, how you approach the situation is a good question, and you should be, delicate about it, right?
Well, what's he offering you to stop my boys from playing around?
Mazik does the international money symbol.
Ah, shells, huh? Well, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna tell the mayor you stopped my boys from playing. Then I will go down to City Hall, confirm this for you, and we will split the shells evenly.
You're gonna go down to City Hall and what?
Confirm that my boys have stopped playing. They know me at City Hall.
Do they? Don't they also know that you're involved?
No. They just know that they're my boys. No.
This seems like you're really cutting into my profits here, because I can make you boys stop and then get all the money.
That's a funny one. You do remind me of my old friend. Always got money on your mind. You drive a valid point. You don't look like a fool who carries around a weapon for nothing.
Mazik will, kind of like very very casually. He'll it's kind of like he's scratching his stomach a bit, but what he's really doing is showing off that he's got more than one weapon.
A spear.
Right, like that ain't the only one, baby.
You got a Glock.
He's got the axes too,
Yeah. Don't need to.
and the rifle somewhere.
Somewhere on him.
Yeah.
Double barrel silver shooting rifle. Well. How do I cut in on this? I know I can make it worth your while. How about I get you back up top?
We would appreciate being back up top. Although we have a boat we need to get up as well.
But I get you both back up top.
Works for me.
You can take 75% of the
Yeah,
shells.
I have an interesting idea as well.
Go on.
I have a proposition. I know people in the fighting arena business elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure that a bit of diversity in the fighting roster would be appreciated in both locations, right? That your fan get new talent, and so would ours.
Aren't they already expanding music? I mean, now would be sort of the perfect time.
Well, do you have a manager I can talk to?
Is Erlo running the show? No.
Correct.
Right. I do. And I'll look around. There's got to be something to write on around here, right? With
Yeah, there's some seaweed.
writing tools. Yeah.
Right underwater.
Yeah. They got to have that figured out. Cause remember they get this seaweed paper.
Yeah.
Right.
Big Boss is gonna move some ship parts around like he's looking for something.
Mhm.
And he'll set up a magical mail post right in the middle of the room. So,
Mhm.
talk to him.
How about this? I'll write the first half so they know so they know that that you met with me, that I'm coordinating this deal, and you finish the letter. And Mazik will grab the pen and write. That's basically something to Erlo on the basic. Erlo, here you're looking to expand your business. I have some interesting opportunities for you to bring in some new talent. In return, we could do some shows on the road out in their field. Please continue, coordinating with finishing this float to work out the details. Mazik, right? And he'll sign it. So like, Mazik's legit on this one. And then I'll leave, the rest of the page for this guy to finish.
All right, he'll take the paper.
An introduction.
All right, some personal stuff in there. Fighting and having a bit of profit to be made. Tosses it into the magical mailbox, and Erlo, assumingly, grabs it immediately because it ends up there. But we won't know until later what he responds with.
Oh, I assure you, it'll work out.
Here, you tell the mayor you stop my boys. All I ask is for 20% of the shells. We can get you, your boat, and whatever else on up top. And you won't be struck by lightning again.
With how much we stand to make on the roster trade and the coordination of our fighting club deal, favorably for us. I'll shake his hand on it.
Pardon?
I'll shake his hand on it.
Okay. And, yeah, he'll shake your hand as well. Striking deals. Takes me way back to Axel. And he'll drop his anchor and say, well, head back to City Hall.
Glad to do business with you.
Likewise. And so you swam off back to Fishbox office.
Yeah.
On the way, Watcher, I appreciate you letting me maintain my cover back.
What kind of friend would I be if I exposed your opportunity?
You don't want to deal with this mayor? He says mayor's a bad person.
Did you read the seaweed paper about us? We're not the nicest people either.
But you want money too, so we make more money too.
Yeah, we'll make a lot more on the fighting club deal.
Right.
That's step one. Next step is, we might find out about this whole marijuana thing and, the kelp thing and get in on that trade too.
Brandon just scratches his head and says, "Okay, I follow you two."
I imagine Baroness keeping a journal and writing down on specific things to pick up to become a strong adventurer like these two.
That is his goal.
I would love to see after 3 or 4 games what Venus's notes are related to what it takes to be a good adventurer.
Oh, that'd be cool. If you could, I know you're pretty busy, but if you could do something cool like that, that'd be badass.
Just do a couple sentences. It doesn't have to be great.
Right.
Do a couple sentences per game. That way, what is Varanus's biggest takeaway? What it takes to be a good adventurer from this game?
Step one: always carry bombs in your pocket.
Yeah, and then if I'll do something cool too. So for I'll say for every 3 things you learn, I'll give you 50 XP or something like that. Something small.
To incentivize.
Ooh, there you go.
And I can read them out probably after or before, before or after the intro. Every game. Say
Incentivize the extra trick.
Mhm.
I like.
Anyway, you arrive back at Sea City. This is going to be the closing part of the game. Fortunately, fellas.
Yeah.
You head back to Sea City, meet with the mayor, and he says, "Well, and what have you done? You gotten everything handled?"
We took care of it. They won't be causing you trouble for a while.
It's impressive. Well, as promised,
And,
here's your reward.
Mazik will casually kind of like clean his one of his axes, like it has something to do with this.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did
You know?
that, huh? Oh. Hopefully none of the
At this
schools.
moment, the watcher is going to realize that he never put back
So Baroness just
Didn't you?
has them. Yeah, I thought Mazik said, let's stop here for a second to rearrange
Yeah.
the...
Right, I did.
Oh, right.
I gave him his bow and took my spears back. I was like, come on. You didn't know how much those things are worth. You don't understand why I don't like
Those things are expensive.
hang on to them for a bit.
So
It's like a $2 million spear in your hand right there.
But he says, well, as promised, here's your reward, and he hands you 25 seashells.
I don't know how much. What the like seashell to Nyland bucks?
Conversion is 1,000.
Okay.
Oh, so like seashells are pretty good then.
Yeah, but it has to be a government approved seashell.
Government issue.
Are they like serial numbers or something?
Yeah. Well, kinda.
That moment when the CD hall has more sense than our own government, so let's say a limited number of government approved currencies.
Keeps inflation in check.
You're damn right it does.
Just keep in mind that you've opened up like Mazik's eyes to the idea here of seashell counterfeiting, and this
Oh.
might come back at some point.
I've actually been looking into quite a bit what it's like to shop with a counterfeit bill.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Because like
We're live.
I don't know if you want to get into this right now, but
I'm aware, not like as a practice that I would. First off, I'm not slick enough not to get caught. You got to be very confident, and I don't know if you guys know. There's not many people who walk up looking like they're burnt Tostitos or whatever it is in Walmart. So like, I'm gonna get found out.
First day I ever met you. Burnt egg rolls. God damn it. Anyway, 25 seashells. And your boat, we can fast forward through this a bit. You meet with the shipwright crew. Big Boss ends up lifting your ship up and putting you guys back on the surface. And your journey to Estrealla will continue next time on Dreadstar Vampires.
if we wanted to come back and visit, how would we go about doing so? I'll ask this to whoever, like the shipwright kind of guy here.
All right, so he'll hand you a conch that has a little button on it, and it'll open. He says, "Don't do it now, because we'll have to get Big Boss to lift you up again." But it should open a whirlpool right into the center of Sea City. It'll let you in.
Just wherever. Or we need to be over the water.
You need to be in the water, the open ocean, at least. I wouldn't try it in a lake. And he's an octopus shipwright, by the way.
Nice.
Project, end up in the project.
Don't want to end up in the ghetto.
I'm
See,
sure you
Section 8 housing is terrible here.
don't. Yeah, you want to know.
But yes, we'll end this game off with Pocket Sand Sailors continue their, escorting you to Estrealla, and just out on the horizon, port that Mazik landed on last time, see a familiar face waving at your boat and yelling out your names, enticing you for what's to come. It is Sothema.
Hey, my man.
It is I.
Sothema. That was Arc 2, Game 1. And I
We are
thought
steaming ahead.
I would play with you guys a little bit and not make it immediately about Estrealla. But
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
Well,
I
hang on.
think it's
That was a good little detour, right? Because like we learned about a whole lot of. Right, there's a whole new like avenue to explore later on, right? A whole new spot on the map, so to speak.
I am good at doing that on the first game of
The
something.
undersea community, whatever.